Good evening and welcome to the Raymond Egisha Technical Center. It is Sunday. It's a beautiful day. It's the 25th of June 2023. We welcome you to another AFL live female encounter. It is the Gazelles are taking on the youngsters in today's first encounter. It's a very hot, it's a very humid day. With me in the box, it's the man Doc. And we are about to commence our first encounter of the day. It's a double-header day, as you would have heard. It's the Gazelles are taking on the youngsters in the first encounter, and in our primetime game, it's going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one. It is going to be the Eagle Claw. They will be up against the Attackers FC. So, Doc, good evening and welcome on board.
Yeah, this is a clash of a second versus seventh. Youngsters, they have 12 points from this 7 encounters, while the Gazelles just a solitary point. And they'll be looking, the youngsters, to add and start to creep closer because, again, they win today. They're just 3 points off the Superstars. They're just a Superstar step up away from going tied at the top of the table. Couple mistakes for the Superstars, and the youngsters are right there. It seems like it's been that way for a number of seasons, really. The big news today for the Gazelles, Clanika Rogers is back.
Clanika Rogers is back. The starting lineup for our teams, the youngsters, Lovey Bell, number 24. Number 6 is Carissa Benjamin. Number 15 is Taria Brooks. Number 10 is Adriana Connor, Captain Zaman. Number 19, Isaac is starting today again, Doc. Isaac. Number 12 is McCormack. Number 11 is Richardson, that's Sharice Richardson. Number 4 is Janika Richardson Fleming. Number 31 in goal is Chelsea Samuel. Number 26 is Kariana Vanterpool. And number 22 is Tanika Woodley. That's the starting lineup for the Youngsters FC. We still go on. The man in the middle is none other than Rennie. AR1 is Harley, and AR2, the man Jackson. And the fourth official for this game, it's Allen.
Yes, the lineup for the Gazelles reads, it's Samisha Connor, the number 11, doing a job on the field today. Deandra Fleming is back in goal, the number 1. Justine Hercules, the number 12. Rianne Richardson, number 28. Kanika Rogers, number 18. Rochelle Romney, number 6. Phaedra Romney, number 24. Cece Walker, number 16. Tia Webster, the captain, the number 20. And Nakia Webster, number 19. Julianne Vanderpool was slated to start. She is late to arrive. So Coach JV, she's up to the start with 10, though she has 2 substitutes available to her and wait for Julianne's arrival.
Ball going over the goal line. It's a corner for the Youngsters FC. First corner of the game coming in the 2nd minute of play. Doc, the big one in the Gold Cup, the kickoff of the Gold Cup, Jamaica. It 1-1 with the US.
They got a draw. It should have been 2. Leon Bailey missed a penalty.
Yes. And the goal, the equalizer, only came in the 88th minute of play.
Yes. And
corner by Connor served in. Heads going up straight into the arms. Oh, straight into the arms of the keeper. There was a rebound off the back of Klanika, and it went straight back into her arms. No damage done.
Yes, indeed. And for Jamaica, it will be very encouraging signs for them because you played that game without the leader at the back, Ethan Pinnock. your best centre back. He plays in the Premier League for Brentford, and him being available would have really prevented that last goal. It was inexperienced at the back that caused the rebound that ended up in the back of their net.
Here is the youngsters in the 18. Tussle. It is Woodley. Cross. Corner shoot. Straight into the face of Webster. And the whistle goes.
That was a head injury, but it was booted away for a corner.
I think that it would have the ball would have stopped and a free kick given to restart the ball. All head injury. Stop play right away.
Yes, indeed.
It was struck straight in our face.
I don't know how the game today ended up St. Kitts in Trinidad. When I left, it was 1-0 to Trinidad, and they ended up 3-0, in fact. And it's 3-0 to Trinidad.
Defeating St. Kitts 3 goals to 0. But it's good to see St. Kitts in the Gold Cup.
Indeed.
Is it this 17th year for the Gold Cup? And it's St. Kitts' first time in the Gold Cup. And kudos to them with a very young president of the FA there, some 38 years, Doc.
Indeed. It's good for the veteran Romain Sawyer. It's been a servant of St. Kitts football for a very long time.
Yes.
Finally get a chance to play some real international football here in the Gold Cup. I do await the game on Wednesday when Jamaica will take on Trinidad and Tobago.
That would be a good game, but one would expect Jamaica to come out on top.
You never know. You just
As
never
I just
know
said,
with Jamaica.
As I said, expect. Jamaica has been playing some good football, and what was strange, Doc, was that no one from the just concluded JPL made that squad.
Indeed, it was very interesting to see that the JPL guys couldn't get a shot in because there's so much English talent. But there was one young man,
17 years old, 19.
Whisper. He goes by the nickname
Whisper,
Whisper. He was technically a JPL guy, but he was coming up in the American Academy with Phoenix Rising, and he just signed for Chelsea, I do believe. May have just signed for Chelsea. The young man Whisper, very very talented baller.
Corner to be taken by Connor. Webster goes off the field. Ball served in, cleared by Romney, but only as far as Connor. Connor gets around Walker. Connor serves the ball in and cleared. Oh, in fact, it goes over the goal line of Webster, and it's going to be another corner kick. That's still Webster.
So quarter number 2.
Third corner for the youngsters. Served in and cleared by Webster. Lovey picks it up, serves it back. And that was a shot. It goes wide, and it's going to be a goal kick. The 3 corners, 6 minutes on the clock.
Indeed. Well, the youngsters, they are resting a couple of their key starters. Their goalkeeper, Esther, she's been given another breather. Down here doing camera work now.
Yes, the captain.
Indeed, she's getting a rest.
Is
Same
also,
Shakila,
yes.
getting a rest as well.
Shakila, the standing captain of the youngsters, have been given the arrest, and Isaac, the one who she started, she striked in the past 2 games. Now she's in the defense line. There is a ball that is played forward. It's going to reach the safe arms of the captain, of the keeper. No damage done. Fleming is in the last game, but she's back. Goal kick take. In fact, it wasn't a goal kick, but it's lovely down the flank. Here comes the youngsters, all cleared out by Rogers. Only as far as the back line, it's not going to pass there. Richardson Fleming picks it up. Looks for Charisse. It's not going to find her. Find the boot of Walker. Richardson, Charisse sends Woodley running into the air. She goes. And
Good work by Klonika there.
Yeah, good work. You're not getting in here, Klanika says. And with Rogers back, Rogers would have been out since the very first game of the season. So it's good to see her back. Ready and playing for the Gazelles again. Here is the corner from Connor. Charisse. Ball goes over the goal line. On this occasion, it's a goal kick. Chelsea with absolutely nothing to do in 8 minutes but to stand up and look. She's just stand up. Is she moving, Doc? She just stand up like...
She's still in that 6-yard box. The only thing she's done for 9 minutes is flick her hands to make sure that they're still attached to her body because she hasn't had to use them. She hasn't moved from that one position. I think she wants squatters' rights on that piece of land.
My. Not even walking around. She's just standing up there. You have to look carefully to see if she's breathing, Doc.
It's a boring life. It's a boring life being a goalkeeper sometimes.
In cricket, it's like feeling that fine leg and third man, all alone down there by yourself, nobody to speak to.
And it's so strange because sometimes you're completely out of the game and sometimes you're always in the game.
Indeed. Corner to be taken by Charisse from right under the scoreboard. Richardson serves it in. Heads go up. In fact, the boot of Romney. Hercules. Another corner of Romney. Fifth corner for the youngsters.
The callback coach JV has worked so far. Up in the go with 10 and wait for a star centre back. It's worked thus far.
Shot. Corner, Richardson serves it in now! And into the back of the net. Wonderful by Charisse Richardson in the 10th minute of play. Keeper absolutely beaten, caught out of place. Short corner, Richardson to Benjamin. Benjamin back to Richardson. And she picked out the net. Picked it out very well, beating the keeper over the top and into the net. It's 1-0 in the 10th minute of play.
Well, that was a very good shot there by Charisse, but Deandra was caught completely unawares. She expected the ball to come in, and when it went short, she ended up being out of position. And Charisse, seeing that, just lobbed it up and over, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. And in the 10th minute of play, it's the youngsters who have the advantage.
They held on for 10 minutes. Fajan dispossess Woodley. Long searching ball for Connor. Finds McCormack. Woodley. Woodley holds up her head.
She put it to the back post, you know.
McCormack. Connor shoots. Connor scores in the 11th minute of play. In the 11th minute of play, the goal gates have opened.
2 goals in 1 minute, and Adriana Connor doing what she does. She adds to her tally for the season. She's become such a prolific goal scorer. She's up to 7 now, takes up the 3rd on the charts. And Adriana Connor makes it 2-0.
2-0. Charisse breaking that 1-1, that 0-0 deadlock. For 10 minutes, they were all tied at 0-0. Charisse said it was too long at that. And so, in the 10th minute, from a set piece, and then in the run of play.
Well, Millie, before I started commentating when I was a bit younger, I never believed in the commentator's curse until I started commentating.
Well, you just said it. You said it, and you cursed the team. You just said Coach JV, plan has worked, and immediately that slipped out of your mouth. The ball slipped into the back of the net. commentator's curse.
It's a real thing.
It is. You rest assured it is.
Here's Bubbles. Looking over the top and hooked for the forward. Now it's Walker. Nowhere to go, and it's Benjamin now. Benjamin, beating one, beating two. Benjamin forward toward McCormack. Slips past her. And Adriana trying to get there. Adriana will get there.
Flag goes up.
Offside, the call by A.R. Jackson.
Flag goes up. Offside. Adriana offside.
Interesting. But the AR says she's off. And the youngsters have to try again because the Gazelles escaped with that one. Adriana was almost in behind. That could have been dangerous.
Ball play forward. Webster knocks it into touch.
You're looking at this. Looking at the replay of that offside call by the AR. Referee. Oh, I don't know about that one at all, referee. When Kay played the ball, Adriana was most definitely onside. The only question is, did it touch a youngster's boot? Did it touch McCormack?
Walker knocks it forward. Kiana Vanterpool knocks it wide for Lovey. She's not going to get there. Ball cut out by D'Souza.
Sharice.
Richardson, sorry. That was Richardson.
Adriana.
McCormack is offside.
This one is no doubt.
So do you have any prediction for the Gold Cup?
Personally, I want Jamaica win. Listen, been looking at the Reggae Boys for a very long time. From before they managed to pick up Leon Bailey, that was about 2018. And when Leon Bailey first joined, that was their first really big, what you would call an outside get. He was a Bayer Leverkusen player at the time from Germany. And since there's just been a steady stream of more European-based footballers coming into the Jamaican side. And then, as a result of that, the JPL guys are now being forced out of the side. Seeing players from all over Europe, as far as Spartak Moscow, their leading scorer for Jamaica, Shaman Nicholson, he plays for Spartak Moscow in Russia.
True to Gazelles are taken there by
This could be troublesome.
Richardson, Connor.
This could definitely be troublesome.
She looks to send Woodley running. Woodley's going to latch onto this one. She has McCormick running. Good save. It was close to the keeper, and had she shelled that one, they would have been in some trouble. They could have been in some trouble, but Fleming does well.
When you're playing a player down, you can't afford to have three players caught that high up the field.
Lucky for the Gazelles is that ball she had to play it wide, and because of that, it had Woodley at a disadvantage. But here is Connor with a cross straight into the arms of Fleming. Connor goes down. She's going to get right back up.
Adriana wearing the armband today for the youngsters, usually held by Shaquila Romney. With Romney out and with Esther out, just doing the honors today.
Webster gives it away. Woodley. Nice, good ball for Benjamin. Benjamin crosses this one and straight into the arms of the keeper on the edge of the 12.
Adriana wants that one to cut back a bit toward
On
her.
the 6-yard box, sorry. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Tussle for the ball. Walker. Still Walker. Drops it off for Shamisha. Shamisha to Hercules. Feature. Can't get around Jamaica.
That could have been troublesome had Phaedra gotten past Jamaica.
Webster knocks it forward. Vanderpool drops it forward. Lovey looks for, finds Richardson. Oh, good looking touch to Richardson. Richardson attempted cross. In fact, it's put into touch by Klanika. Throw into the youngsters in the 19th minute of play.
Billy, she's moved. She's taken two paces to her left. She's in a new position now. We have gotten bored of that one.
Ball knocked out, and it's going to be a corner. She probably just owning a bit more land.
Maybe she should lie down. She can cover more surface area that way.
Here is Connor. Solves this one in. Heads going up. Klanika clears this one, but only as far as Lovey, who drives it back into the 18. Goes over the goal line, goal kick.
Lovey Bell is not afraid to shoot.
Of course not.
She's had 2 shots from similar range. She's not been able to find the target just yet. Gazelles, they need to get a bit more organization back there, but missing not 1 but 2 center backs. That is what's expected because Lavisha's still out as well.
Woodley. Richardson Fleming back to Woodley. Looking to transition here. Connor is waiting for it. Off the boot of Rachel Romney. Oh, this can be troublesome. Connor. Richardson with a shot over the top.
Reese couldn't keep that one down, but you can see the Gazelles defense that's usually so compact. It's been scrambled. It's been all over the place. A lot of miscommunication out there. Have to get it reorganized. It's only 2-0. The game is not gone yet.
Indeed. We have seen that the Gazelles, much like Spartans and much like Diamonds FC, they will hold you for a very long time. But 1 goal score, 2 goals score, and then the gates just open. There are times when you'll find 2 goals score, and then you come back from this in the second half and expect, much of the same, where the teams will just hold their own, and they just heads down. Walker.
If you notice the 2 teams you named, they're the 2 youngest teams in the league. That comes with a lack of experience, really. When 1 goal scores, the heads drop, the confidence levels drop, and then the technique drops as well.
Free kick to... Look, it's a free kick to the Gazelles, Doc. But look at where all the defenders are.
Well, it's interesting.
Benjamin drives it forward off the boot of Tia Webster. Richardson, attempted cross, comes off the body of Hercules. Richardson. Picked up there by Richardson. That's Rihanna Richardson.
So, I've been trying to determine what the back line for the Gazelles is because I think that's Nakia over on the fast is getting caught very high upfield. So it's been exposing Klonika a whole lot. And with Samisha having to cover, guess where the space has been? To the right in between where Tia is playing.
Well, that's a good ball. Good looking ball. Good 1-2 ball between Frazier and Walker. Here comes the Gazelle. Frazier holds it up. Frazier. Walker. Walker. Still Walker. She's looking for help. Walker. Oh, she's crowded out by orange shirts. That good little break there by the Gazelles, but too much for them to do.
And now it could be trouble because
Here comes the counter. Here comes the counter. Connor cuts. Connor still Connor shoots. Connor scores in the 23rd minute of play. Adriana Connor makes it 3-0.
When you're playing with 10, you can't afford to commit bodies forward. They did, and it cost them dearly. Because Adriana had the entire freedom of the right side to roam. She picked it up, and she didn't bother to look to anyone else because there wasn't many green shots around her. She beat one, cut inside, easy finish, 3-0.
With two defenders taken out in one touch dock. And that was that. The left foot, the importance of being able to kick with both feet. And the left foot just cutting the ball back to the left of the goalkeeper, the weaker side of the keeper, and beating her into the back of the net. 3-0. Charis looks up, finds Connor. Adriana looking to split defense, looking to send McCormack running, doesn't. It's back with Charis. Charis gives it away to Walker. Walker look to get around Charis. Turns. She gives it to Shamisha. Samisha gives it away. It's Richardson. And, could have been troublesome there. And luckily, and here arriving is now Vanderpool.
That's exactly what I was talking about just now. Because for a while, Samisha was playing center back and Tia was playing left back. Now Tia has gone to center back and Samisha was over at left back. When you're missing center back, it's always difficult to find a combination that works.
Before the halftime whistle blows, Vanderpool is here.
Halftime whistle? As long as it takes a get over to that for the officials' booth, is when she's going to come onto the field.
It may just take about 20 minutes, you think? No, it's just 25th minute of play, 26 minutes of play. Here is Connor. McCormack, missed touch there. Got turned by Connor, but she loses out. Vanderpool picks it up. Benjamin drops it wide for Richardson. Was looking for Connor. Again, another cross. Again, this one is a shot, but straight into the arms of Deandra.
Well, Coach Kareem's bench is looking a lot emptier than it usually does. He usually comes with a team and then a backup team, but doesn't have as many substitutes today.
That is because they don't need them. You a number of players that are not playing and they're just sitting in the stands rather than going on the bench. They're supporting their team from the bench, from the stands today.
Fair enough. There'll be a free kick to the youngsters.
Nonetheless, it's a very formidable starting 11.
They're the rest, a couple key figures. But they do still have attacking firepower. Adriana, Charis, K. Benjamin, all there.
And in the defense, you have Lovey, you still have Richardson Fleming and Vanderpool. Here is a tussle for the ball. Walker gets off the knee and Shamisha drives it forward for Walker. Richardson Fleming is going to pull it back. Good ball. She finds the Charis. Charis finds McCormack. Tussle there. And
very good work by Tia.
One by Yeah, shielding her off. Fisher to Walker. That's a good looking ball. She has one. Oh, K's too fast. K's just too fast. And she took it off her boot and said, not today. Not today, Walker.
We know what happened last time. They committed attacking numbers forward. Unfortunately, McCormack's touch couldn't quite catch the Gazelles out. But every time the Gazelles commit attacking numbers forward, they seem to get caught out defensively.
On the attack, yes, on the counter. Tussle for the ball, won by Webster. Trying to shield the ball. Ball goes out for a throw into the youngsters. She was shielding, but the ball came off her leg first.
Indeed, it
And
did.
last, McCormack, Connor turns. Looking to get around Hercules, does so. Richardson with a shot, goes wide.
Sharry's having a pot shot there. Just not quite able. It's a directed goalward. Not much backlift in the shot. Just a hit. That quick trigger that you like to see. Just wasn't quite able. It's a directed goalward. The kick was a bit wayward there by Deandra. But the Gazelles able to regain possession with Cece Walker. Does go backward towards Samisha. Now Bubbles. Bubbles looking to go forward. Back to Walker. Picked up by Richardson Fleming. And now Vanderpool over toward Lovey Bell. Lovey. As an option inside, she will use it. Charisse. Turning, looking to drive forward and pick out a pass. And Klonika says she will take no chances, just boot it out wide. And now
McCormack goes down. McCormack goes down. Medics scored.
Well, I didn't see much contact. Maybe an off the ball issue. Those are always worrying. Those are always troublesome. Key player for them, McCormack. She's coming and done well. Hopefully it's nothing too severe. To the 30th minute of play. There's 3-0 in favor of the youngsters FC. Adriana with a brace and Charisse scoring a very good long-range effort. And coming up in the primetime fixture is the attackers. They'll be taking on the Eagle Claw. Update for the attackers. Keon Lee's available. Upon review, his red card has been rescinded. He was issued a yellow card instead. So Keon Lee's available. There's still no Gaza. Gaza's red card stands. But Keon Lee can play.
That is... and then Gaza red card should be rescinded.
You would think so, right? That's not my position to talk on that. The things Johns can get away with on the mic, we can't get away with.
Because you would say absolutely for the first red card. The second red card, needless. That's what you will say. From our position, that's what we would have said. Because from what it looked like, it was just a matter of the two guys fooling around. Because even after they got the red card, there seemed not to be any animosity between the two. They went off, they were fooling around with one another, talking to one another still. And to hear that Keon Lee's red card has been rescinded and not that one.
The attackers and the Docs train together.
Indeed.
Gaza is great friends with every single player on the Docs United. When Gaza is playing, the Docs are up in the stands looking on. I have no doubt in my mind that there was no malice in that.
Doc, if you look at it, It was the player was holding Gaza around his waist. And Gaza was just like giving small elbows back. But there was absolutely no malice in it. Nothing at all. It's not for us.
It was Ramos, right?
Yes, it was
and
Ramos.
Ramos did come to me after the game and told me he was very disappointed in the cards. He was really disappointed, Ramos.
True taken.
I can't say it the way he said it because then I'll get fired.
Benjamin. Shot taken. No harm done. Comet goes off the field. Will there be a substitution? We have seen movements on the bench. We are in the 33rd minute of play. And they may not be risking McCormack at all. Here is Woodley. Woodley holds up her head. Woodley look to go down the flank. She gets around Samisha. Woodley with the attempted cross. Does well, Webster. Webster, Ricochet, and Fleming will clean up.
Now, I don't know if you remember this conversation that we had a couple of weeks before the Champions League started. When I told you there was a team that could make noise in the Champions League, it was the Eagle Claw.
Eagle Claw. Well, that's a good 1-2 ball. Sissy again with Anphasia. Looking to get around Isaac. Isaac gets a boot in. Throw to the Gazelles. But Doc, look at how many orange shirts. Look at the green shirts. Look at how many orange shirts. This looks like a boat in the ocean.
Well, I see another green shirt. It's Julianne. She's coming in. It took about 10 minutes maybe from when she first came into the stadium. But Julianne will be entering the field of play momentarily.
Yes, she does now, indeed. And the Gazelles are taking their own sweet time to take this strong. Walker. Romney with the shot. Ricochet. Ball taking a deflection. And the keeper for the first time of the day has work to do. Chelsea touches the ball for the first time of the day. Vanterpool. Webster. Romney. Lovey Clares. Long ball over the top. Fleming. Webster. And this could be some trouble. Oh, she didn't lift it high enough. She was trying a long shot to catch Fleming off her line. And she just got it straight into her arms. She had to lift that one over the top. She could not. Samisha. Woodley picks it up. Benjamin. To Richardson. To Connor. Looking to send K running. Was unable to do so. Kia Webster. Richardson wins the ball. Cross. Cut out by Rogers Clare. Finds Vanterpool, who is playing very high today. Vanterpool sends Walker running. Walker to Fager. Oh, crowded out there again. Key. Clares knocks it out of touch. Throw. Throw taken. Romney. Back to Samisha. Back to Romney. Romney holds up her head. It's it to Vanterpool. Vanterpool lines it up and shoots. Blocked by the defenders. Kia Webster.
This could be troublesome.
Offside. But Chelsea cleans it up nonetheless.
She's touched the ball today.
That's the second time she has, Doc.
She's touched the ball a lot more than she touched it the first time she played. Well, the Gazelles, they've suddenly found a second gear with Julianne.
And because Julianne is not really playing in her centre-back position where she's accustomed. She's playing more in
She's playing on
midfield. Yes, she's playing midfield.
Offside there. Well, you don't want to get too expansive. But he's still on the threat of Adriana lurking.
Well, but McCormack has returned. But Doc, you know, once the Gazelles start getting attacking, it's going to take that pressure off their back line. Here comes the Gazelles again. It's a mistouch there by Walker. Drop wide for Woodley. Woodley cuts it back in for K. Cut out nicely by Hercules. Kiana Vanterpool looking to square this one.
It's always a simple fix for Kareem. Just go get your captain off the bench, pluck her right at centre back, and just shut down everything the Gazelles have going forward.
Here is a tussle. Here is Connor. Oh, good work by Tia Webster to get back there and to block that one because Adriana was pulling the trigger and it was on target, but good work by Tia Webster.
Tia's played some very good football today and throughout the season. The player who's not been at their very best at all this year has been Kay Benjamin. And rather surprisingly for me, she's not quite looked as sharp as she usually does for the youngsters.
Ball to be served in by Connor. Connor serves this in. Heads going up. Off Klanika. And Charisse into the arms of the keeper.
Oh, it's interesting that Charisse scored from a corner, but Adriana's gone over and taken the subsequent corners.
But it has been Connor and Charisse who have been taking the corners. They alternate from time to time. Here is Connor. Cuts into the 18, shoots. Oh, blocked by Fleming. And cleared by Rogers.
Bubbles can't get it away.
Drops it wide for Woodley. Woodley turns. Has Samisha for company. Cuts it in. Cut out nicely by Walker. Vanterpool. Isaac does well. Isaacs finds Connor. Connor drops it wide for Richardson. Is that a shot across? Whatever it was, it's into the hands of Fleming. Into the 41st minute of play. Lights starting to take effect at the Raymond Gishard Technical Center.
Good ball.
McCormack with a shot. Team one. And we have no doubt, Doc, that as the night goes on, as this game goes on and the primetime game is coming up, that the crowd is definitely going to bail.
The attackers, they would usually pull a crowd, but there's no Gaza today.
Oh. Nonetheless,
the crowd will definitely build up significantly.
Phaedra puts it through. Cut out to them. Again, it's the youngsters. It's Kiana Vanterpool. Drops it wide for Lovey. Bell looks up and gives it straight to Rachel Romney. And again, Rachel tried to drive this one forward. School's got coming off the outer part of her leg and going out for a throw-in. Bell with the throw. Nakia Webster clears. Okay, Benjamin. Connor. Connor shoots! Rebound off the chest of Fleming, but no damage done. She recovers well.
Much better kick there from DeAndre Fleming. Julian playing a lot further forward. Been giving them an attacking outlet.
Fiji. Key. Webster drives it forward. This one is going to go very close to the touchline. But Walker picks it up. Walker can't keep it in. Throw taken. Samish. Handball call. Free kick. Woodley. Connor acts. And that Richardson takes the free kick, not Woodley.
I will say, looking through this Gazelle side, a healthy Gazelles would be in a much better position than they are right now. They're still missing Lavisha, and there's no CC Alexander for them either.
An offside call.
They've had Clonica out for the majority of the season. This is her second. She got injured the first game
Very
of the season.
first game of the season.
This is her first game back. So Clonica healthy, and with CC Alexander and Lavisha back, it would give Julianne a license to go forward a bit more like she's done, and she's done a very good job. Another player that they've missed a whole lot this year has been Crystal Anthony.
Indeed.
There's been no Crystal for them this year either. A fully healthy Gazelle side would be in a much better position on the table than they are right now.
Will still be a troublesome Gazelles, even they would have lost a number of players. Throw taken. Into the 45th minute of play. Connor on the brink of half time. Block. Shoots. Wide. Richardson.
Had Deandra worried for certain. She looked like went all the way past the post because she couldn't get there. Should have been caught scrambling. She just couldn't bend it back toward that upper V, Charisse. Just 2 minutes of added time for this one. It's been a contrast, really, between the first half of this first half and the latter half of the first
Indeed.
half.
Here is Woodley. Drops it over for Richardson, but it's cleared by Rogers. Vanterpool looks for, finds Fraser. Looking to get around Richardson, but she gets Roxanne, drives it forward. Woodley's going to get on to that one. She has help. Key finds Richardson looking for Richardson Fleming, but Connor looking to get around Rogers, and Richardson Rogers as well. In fact, it's a throw given to the Gazelles. Ooh.
I do have some news from the cycling that happened a bit earlier in the day. It was a victory for the man Shortman in the nationals competition. Shortman with the victory there.
Here is a ball and it's played over. Richardson on the edge of the 18. Plays it back and it's cleared.
Fell to the wrong player up there.
It is Richardson, Charisse Richardson. With a ball across. Good work by Rogers. Walker. For Fraser. Fraser to Walker. Walker. Doesn't make contact with the ball. And the ref says that's the 2 minutes. Coming and going. That's the 45. It's 3 goals to nil, 3 goals to nil to the youngsters. And we are going to take that a bit of cycling news, and then we are going to take you to master control.
Indeed, very quick. The nationals competition race that happened a bit earlier today. It was Shortman finishing first, Darren second, and then Justin third. It was a very close sprint at the end. It was a sprint, and in the end, Shortman got the victory. The nationals competition, Jaunty Memorial. It's coming up. It will be held in July, the 15th and 16th of July in 2023, the big race in Anguilla. I'll give you more news about that in the second half, but for now, we will take you back to Master Control.
To the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center, REGTC. It's the Gazelles who are in green and white, all familiar colors, kicking from left to right and from right to left. It's the black and orange of the youngsters. It's 3-0. 3-0 on resumption. 3 goals coming very early in the piece, in the 10th minute of play. It was Sharice Richardson who made it 1-0. In the 11th minute of play, just a matter of a minute, Adrian O'Connor made it 2-0. And it was Adrian O'Connor again from the 23rd, in the 23rd minute, making it 3-0. From then, the Gazelles have really tightened up and held their own until halftime to take the score to halftime through 3-0.
That change for the Gazelles has come with the introduction of Judy-Ann Vanterpool. Because she's come back. She came in a bit late. And she hasn't gone to centre back. She's gone into attacking midfield, and she's taking control of the game for a period of it. And she's given the Gazelles an attacking outlet.
Here is Fejal looking to get around Isaac, but too heavy a touch. Showed too much of the ball there. Here is Connor. Connor gets around Rogers. Connor on the edge of the 18. Still Connor, but the ball is cleared now by Webster. And here comes the Gazelles. So a player is down, that is Connor.
I think she stretched for that ball there just before it was cleared, and she may have pulled something. Hopefully it's just a pull.
She's going to get back. I think it was a collision with the defender when she went for the shot. It was a collision and she went down. But no damage done. She's back on her feet. And the ball will restart with a drop ball. Wait to see for whom.
Well, Millie, coming up after this one, it's a big game. It's a really big game.
Very.
Because guess who controls their destiny?
It's the Eagle Claw. The Eagle Claw controls their destiny. We didn't hope in season 2. We didn't wish and we didn't imagine that in season 2 we will be seeing this. The Eagle Claw holds their own destiny in their hands. They're in the Champions League, Doc. Not even in the D-League. The team that everyone was saying they need to go out or be thrown out of the tournament and rebuild and come again. No. Doc, I remember you called for them to take a break.
Don't just say it was just me. It wasn't just me. You were on that game too.
Well, Doc, you said it, not me. I didn't say that at all.
Well, they came 1 week. They lost 21-0. Came the week after that and lost 22-0. I don't think that's grounds to remain in the league. But credit to the Eagle Claw. They have turned it around quickly.
Well, it wasn't grounds to leave. They didn't. They are still here, and they are doing great things. Here is K to Richardson. Richardson back to K back to Richardson. Richardson to Connor. Connor, first touch deceives her. There is Richardson, and the ball goes. So much Richardson on the field. And there is Sharice, there is
Jamaica, you have Rihanna. Also Richardson's.
There is number 15 there, Doc. Number 15? 16, 15, yes. Name is so not clear.
Jesus Richardson can't quite get the first name because it's not on the list. It was written on at the end.
It's not legible at all.
Indeed. Especially with the photocopied paper.
Connor. Glenn. Hercules. Richardson. Picked up by Lovey. Tussle for the ball. Goes into touch. Throw in to the youngsters.
This is not something that you see often.
Fisher, rather.
Is Adriana wearing the captain's armband around her leg? I think she'll be wearing the captain's armband around her right leg. We saw in the last game, Speedy was wearing it around his wrist. And now Adriana's wearing it around the leg. I guess around the arm isn't in style anymore.
There is a fourth official, 3 referees. A referee and his assistants. Ball cleared. Hercules. Gives it to Bell. Webster. Knocks it downfield. It's going to go into touch. It's a throw in to the youngsters. Vanterpool to Webster. Webster drives it forward. Runners. The keeper is going to get there first, Chelsea.
The pass had to be a bit wider there because CC Walker, I believe, was over on that left side and tearing away. Gazelles have grown into this game. They've made a contest out of it.
Indeed. Can't say that the ball is really played on one half, as we saw in the first half of the first half. The first period of the first half.
For the first half of the season, because the ball was played primarily in the Gazelles half.
That's offside.
Belatedly, Jackson's flag goes up. Took his time there, Jackson, but got the call right in the end. Now the youngsters, they are up 3-0. It should be comfortable for them. But the Gazelles, they're still looming. They still present a threat.
Woodley. Ball intercepted. Throw taken quickly. McCormick can't control. Cleared. Roxanne. Puts it through to Vanterpool. Vanterpool puts it through for Walker. Ophasia is offside.
They're looking good. I don't think that they're accustomed to having this much attacking football plays. They're getting caught offside a lot. Because I guess Phaedra is so eager. She hasn't gotten a chance to run in so long. She's eager to get there.
Kick taken. Ball driven wide. It's Lovey who's going to pick it up. Lovey drives it forward. Rogers is there. Head off K to Connor. Connor. Look for Sharice. Sharice is hung there. Ball cleared out. Sissy Walker gets there first. Walker looks for Vanterpool. Vanterpool puts it forward now for Phaedra. Oh, she has. Roxanne looks to get it over the top, but Phaedra is offside.
His flag is going up very late. Jackson's flag is going up very late. Taking his time to make the call, but he's making the right call. Woodley looking to get forward. Bubble steps in now. Very physically imposing bubbles, difficult to get around. Good ball as well to it, Hercules. Not able this time, the Gazelles, to get forward. The youngsters, they have been on the back foot for a large portion of this second half. Players trickling out now for the attackers. And for the claw as well. We haven't made mention. It's a return game for Chadwick Samuel. Chadwick, who ended up second in the league in scoring for the attackers last year. He's now at the claw.
Connor turns. Connor with a shot, blocked, cleared. Klanika knocks into touch, throwing to the youngsters into the 60th minute of play.
We are an hour into this game, Billy. But the youngsters, though they have a 3-0 lead, they have been the better side for maybe only 24 minutes.
Here is Connor with a shot. Blocked. McCormack has Rogers for company. Connor gets around Roxon. Squares it in. Ball cleared. McCormack with a shot sends it wide.
Well, it was McCormack there. Did a lot of hard work. Got the ball in the end, but couldn't quite keep it down. And again, it fell to the wrong player in that position.
Eagle Claw and the attackers, they are going out to warm. 5 members from the attackers team, 5 members for the Claw team has walked out. So thus far,
I think you just play 5v5 and get it over with. Go run the next play 5v5 and let's see the result.
Yeah, it's K down the right flank. K. Good ball to McCormack. McCormack squares it across, straight into the arms of the keeper. Free kick. Missing from the Claw. It's going to be the man Cyril.
Interesting.
Yeah, all familiar keeper. A regular keeper is not going to be with them today. And we know that Tittle was signed. Whether or not he will be here today, it's left to be seen. Or will it be Francis between the sticks?
Let's see a bit early when they played the uprising, I think.
Yeah, risky.
It was Khalifa Francis who donned the gloves. Did a pretty good job in goal as well, Khalifa Francis.
Yes. Yeah, his feet. Jean Job set wide. Sissy Walker look to find Vanterpool cut out by Richardson. That's Sharice. Sharice drives it forward. Here is a corner. Getting away. This could be trouble. This could be troublesome. Oh. Pulls again. And Rogers does well.
That stumble there at the last moment cost her. And she's down again.
She says no medics at all. No medics at all. I don't need medics. She seemed to be carrying a needle though, Doc. And if she's carrying a needle, I'm wondering if Coach Boris want to continue to risk her in this game.
In this game, you don't need her anymore. Take her off before it gets serious and she can't play. You're in a battle for second. You're in a battle for first. You don't want to risk your best players when you're up 3-0. We saw it happen when Docs played the claw. Johnny got injured in that game.
9-0.
Exactly that. It was 9-0. Ben didn't take off Johnny, and Johnny got hurt.
Woodley. Still Woodley. McCormick is offside.
Just perched in an offside position there, McCormick. Didn't make an attempt to get back on side. Throw into the Gazelles. 3-0 here in the 65th minute of play. The Gazelles have played a really good football here in this second half, of the second portion of this first half as well, but they haven't gotten the goal. They needed to get that goal a bit earlier in the half.
And you never know, Doc. If that goal come before the 78th minute of play, it can store some things for the Gazelles.
Will they pull? If things start to get too close, will they decide to pull Esther from camera duty? Esther warmed up with the team. She warmed up, I think she's amongst the substitutes as well. So if needed, will they pull it from camera duty? But that's all hypotheticals. Ball coming in. Just going to direct the shots. Goal was deflected. Yes, it was deflected away. It will be another corner.
Well, Doc, Esther Ward is not listed as a substitute.
In this league, it barely matters. It
No, Doc,
barely matters. Well,
ball across.
Attackers have pulled out all the stops because the veteran Casa is back.
Lovey picks it up. Lovey cleared by Tia. Only as far as Isaac to Richardson Sharis, and it's cleared by Romney. Kiana Vanterpool drops it for Richardson Fleming. Jenica knocks it into touch.
The veteran Casa is back for the attackers. What is the story about Casa? When I first started commentary a few years ago now, I was calling an attackers game, and I called him by his actual name, Terrence Rogers. And he came to me after the game and said,
You don't ever do that.
He told me, I'm a veteran now. Call me Casa. I'm like, got it.
There is Connor, wheeling and turning. Oh, good hand in there. Good hand by the keeper and cleared eventually by Romney. Here is Vanterpool. Vanterpool waiting. She was waiting for Fraser.
Stopped running.
And she stopped running. She was waiting for her to make the run. She stopped running. Vanterpool picks it up. That's Kiana. Drops it for Lovey. Ball across to Isaac. Vanterpool is getting there too. Cut out nicely. And it's for Richardson. Richardson has company. Cleared by Glanika. Back to Vanderpool, Romney. Drives it forward. Sissy Walker picks it up. Walker, very heavy touch, but she controls and gives it away to McCormick. McCormick was looking for Connor, but she had started running. Play the ball to her back. Here is Vanderpool. Phaedra is offside.
Phaedra's gotten anxious. She has the pace to get in behind Phaedra Romney. Just needs to hold the run a bit more. Can't get caught. Can't get caught offside. Put it forward. Turn there. She can send it through as well toward Richardson. Put across towards Benjamin and McCormick. Benjamin here. K. Benjamin's shot. Trickles toward Deandra. Still the youngsters around the outside. Well, has to put a ball in here. Does put one right across the face of goal. But again, Deandra's there. Gets in the way.
We're into the 70th minute of play, Doc. Still 3-0.
Don't like to call games early. Because the Gazelles have to score, and they have to score fast. Not fast, they have to score now.
Vanderpool drops it, no runners.
Oh,
That's a goal! It cannot be offside.
Referee, you can't do that.
It cannot be offside.
Referee, you can't do
It
that.
cannot be offside.
Referee, you can't do that.
It cannot be offside. How can it be offside? It cannot be offside.
They're talking. They're conversing. Jackson, you can't do that. It's an inexperienced referee in Rennie. Will he make the right call?
It cannot be an offside. How can it be?
A referee, you can't do that. Referee, you cannot do that. Jackson, you can't. You can't call that offside. Not there. And referee Rennie has made the right call. He's made the right call in the end.
Let's go to VAR, Doc. Let's go to VAR. Before we make a decision, let's go to VAR.
It wouldn't matter in the end because the keeper got there first. The keeper kicked it. So either way, it would not be offside.
Was she in an offside position when the ball was initially played?
The last play of the ball came from the keeper.
No. Was she in an advantageous position when the ball was initially played?
That wasn't the case either. Simply wasn't the case either.
Now let's go to VAR. Because if I remember the play, if I can picture the play, she played the ball. She just turned her back because there was no runners.
Exactly. Phaedra ran from the outside and got there. That's what I was talking about with Phaedra's pace. It is Phaedra who got the goal, I do believe. Phaedra Romney. She has the pace to beat the defenders. She doesn't need to get caught offside.
And all that happened is that the goalkeeper, she was very tentative when she came. She recognized that I wasn't going to get there. She tried to clear the ball. The ball ricocheted off of Phaedra and went back into the goal.
In the end, the right call was made by the referee Rennie. Because she was nowhere near an offside position. There was no possible way you could think of calling that offside. Jackson got that one horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Goal stands. It's 3-1. Doc, you remember me saying that they're going to score sometime in the 70th minute of play?
That's the goal they need. I just said they need to score now. They scored now. Game on. No, Millie. Is this their first goal for the season?
I would think they had a 0-0 draw. and it's the first goal of the season.
I think it's their first goal of the season. Almost ruled out. Referee Rene made the right call in the end. Very good refereeing by the young man.
What I would have loved to see was Rennie going over to the AR rather than trying to converse with him from in the middle of the field.
Indeed. When you have a young referees on games, you need an experienced fourth official. And I believe it's Allen who's the fourth official today, not the most experienced.
Here is Van der Poel. Van der Poel to Faja. Faja puts it through. But Kiana is going to get there.
It was Rian trying to run onto that one there.
Lovey goes wide. Collects. But has Faja for company. Kiana. And all of a sudden, there is a spring in the step of the youngsters. They're playing very high. The defense is very high. Oh, that's what a goal can do. That's what a goal can do. It can motivate you. Richardson, cut out by Hercules. Hercules to Van der Poel again. Van der Poel holds it up. Now, Faja is offside. She was waiting to send her, but she wasn't making the run. She wasn't on the same page. Faja goes down.
The same youngsters that beat the Gazelles 7-0 first time around. Well, all of a sudden they're worried. The Gazelles may be on the comeback trail.
3-1. 2 goals separates them. 15 minutes to be played, Doc.
Coach JV, instead of going defensive and just plucking Julianne and putting her straight back on the defensive line, like a lot of coaches would have done, she was brave. She put her best player in the midfield.
But you heard me say that some time back, Doc. But I think with the absence of Rogers to fill the gap, that she wasn't going to take that risk. Now she has Rogers back. She has made that decision.
So now, what can they do when they get Lavisha back? Who else goes forward? Because Lavisha's going back onto the defensive line as well.
So if Lavisha goes into the defensive line, then and Klinika then will move to the midfield.
Indeed.
So if you can control the midfield with Klinika and Julianne,
all of a sudden,
it's a different outlook. It's a different outlook to the Gazelles team.
Then you still have CC Alexander to come back, so she will partner Fraser up front. And that's all still without Crystal Anthony. It's K. Benjamin.
Benjamin? Is Woodley.
Oh, it's Woodley, sorry, yes.
Cut out by Webster. And rather, yes, it's Samisha with the ball. Samisha finds Van der Poel very well. Van der Poel looking for runners. Van der Poel finds Hercules. Hercules finds Van der Poel. This is a good 1-2 ball. Van der Poel and Hercules. And some miscommunication there. And K can come away with it. K Benjamin finds Richardson. Richardson finds Connor. Connor. Ball out wide to Woodley. Woodley picks it up. Woodley cuts into the 18. Richardson with a shot. Goes wide. There is going to be a substitution
it's still in play. The ball has not gone out just yet. And
now it goes out. Substitution. It's the number 24. Faja is coming out. She's hurt.
You know I couldn't see the number on the board. I'm pretty much blind.
Doc, their number of shot of the close. clinics in Angola that you can go to. So, please.
It may have been Piaget Lake. It's coming. If it was number 30, then that would have been the case. Now, Kareem has a trio of substitutes warming up.
Ball driven forward. Lovey picks it up. Richardson. Key turns. Key turns again. Connor. Oh, that's a lovely ball to McCormack. Oh, sends it wide. McCormack sends it wide. The only thing that she couldn't have done with Fleming losing her footing was to miss that. The only thing she couldn't have done, and she has done that.
Well, Samantha McCormack put that one wide. Couldn't wrap her boot around it. It was point blank range. Couldn't get her boot around it.
Richardson, tussle for the ball by the Richardson, one there by Rian to Vanterpool to Sissy Walker, ball intercepted there by Woodley, Isaac to Kiana finds Richardson, goes back into the middle. Phaedra is going to be a big miss. She's going to be a big miss for her pace.
Indeed, the Gazelles
10
will
minutes
miss
to
her.
play. And then what could very well happen is that the youngsters can go back on the attacking. Why? Because the youngsters can go back attacking all out, because with Vanterpool not having any runners, she's going to find herself holding on to the ball a very much longer.
Indeed.
And with her having to do the work and looking to run, in that midfield, has done a really, really good job. And the assist to the goal can definitely go to her.
Well, they have to give the assist to the referee for making the right call.
Nobody's going to send me any message. I'm not going to go in any talk with you.
Just looking down below us. I got the veteran Rouse. He's been looking at the replay for the past 10 minutes, trying to see what.
The referee saw her?
Trying to see what Jackson saw. I don't know what he saw either, but.
We'd love to go back to Vardak. We really love to go
Look
back.
at it one more time. I'll go back and look at it one more time, but plain and simple.
Connor. Richardson holds it up. Good ball through. Connor has the keeper to beat. McCormick scores. Connor. Was she taken out? The ball is in the back of the net. It was heading goalwards. And whose goal is it? Is it Connor's goal? It doesn't really matter. It's 4 goals to 0 to the youngsters. The substitution is, it's going to come. And it's Connor who goes for the number 30 in the person of Paulson. Desha Paulson. Sissy Walker turns. Walker. 3 minutes. Vanterpool. Ball forward, offside. Leak. Vanterpool puts it forward. Cut out by Vanterpool. Kiana Vanterpool. K comes away with it. McCormack. Dispossess. McCormack gets it back. Isaacs has gone up to strike. 4 goals to 1. 4 goals to 1. Ball cleared by Cliniker Rogers. Show taken. McCormack to Richardson. Richardson with the ball across. Rogers clears. Paulson with her first touch. Paulson drops it wide for Adams. Ball across, straight to the keeper. Walker. Romney. K cuts it out. K. McCormack to Isaacs. Isaacs puts that one straight into the hands of the keeper. Oh, that's a good run. Good ball by Vanterpool to Sissy Walker. Sissy Walker. Walker with the shot. Straight to Chelsea. Samuel. Easy work. Webster. Still Webster. And that's the final whistle. The final whistle has been blown. The youngsters are winning this one over the Gazelles at 4-1, 4-1. And that's where we are going to break here at the REGTC. We are going to take you back to Master Control, and when the next time you hear us, we are going to be live and lively with our nightcap game, our primetime game. It's the Attackers are taking on the Eagles Claw. Until then, it's back to Master Control.